The man has been charged for allegedly killing his ex's new boyfriend. 30-year-old Aaron Johnson made his first court appearance today and was charged with first-degree murder. Police say around 9:20 Sunday night, a woman called 911 saying she was with her boyfriend in her garage when Johnson, her ex, came by and started trying to get in. And when officers arrived, they heard multiple gunshots and found a man's body. The woman told police a fight had broken out between the two men, and eventually Johnson fired his gun. Johnson then ran off and was eventually arrested out in Iron River, Wisconsin. Bail has not yet been set, and Johnson is expected back in court next week. Police have not shared that victim's name yet.